At some point, Johnny Depp's team, they stopped objecting. They just let this woman talk because she was hanging herself. You're gonna see them. They're not supposed to celebrate in the court. They're not supposed to do it, but you're gonna see his lawyer get so excited because she mentioned Kate Moss, and the reason from what I understand, the reason they were excited about that is because Kate Moss was on their list for witnesses, but they weren't allowed to bring her in. Now that she brought her up, she opened that up. So let's see.
He was up the first flight of stairs. Again, I'm on the mezzanine, which is in between two flights of stairs. He bolted up the steps, and I don't know how he managed to get his hand in my hair so fast, but he had his hand on the back of my head, my hair, and kind of was yanking me down and hit me in the face with this cast he had. I just remember this brief struggle we had before we kind of break away. Whitney, my sister, all of a sudden put herself in between Johnny and I. She just threw herself like in the line of fire or whatever. She just all of a sudden was there. I was trying to get Johnny to stop. Her back was to the staircase, and Johnny swings at her, and I just see my little sister with her back to the staircase, and Johnny swings at her, and I don't even wait for any other. I don't hesitate, I don't wait, I just in my head instantly think of Kate Moss and the stairs, and I swung at him. In all of my relationship to date with Johnny, I hadn't landed a blow. And I, for the first time, hit him. Like, actually hit him. Square in the face. He didn't push my sister down the stairs. And all my time of being in that relationship to that point, hadn't even landed one on Johnny. Sure, I tried to fight back, threw my arms, flailed my arms, hit whenever I could to try to block blows myself, but never landed anything. And Johnny kind of looked stunned and then laughed at me. And then lunged at me again, and before I know it, security stepped in between us and pulled Johnny away. And I went upstairs with my sister, and we locked the door.
Now she's saying that she never landed a blow on him until that moment. She's saying that she's only, if she has hit him, it's in defense, him blocking his blows or some bullshit. But anyway, pay attention.
You talked quite a lot yesterday about this concept of reactive violence.
Yes.
Yeah. Just so I understand your position on this, is it your position that if Miss Heard was abused, she gets to hit Mr. Depp?
That's not my opinion.
But you know she hits him, right?
And I testify to that.
Right. And how many times do you believe that she told you that she hit him?
Do I believe that she told me, or how many instances were there?
Well, I don't know. How would you know other than her telling you? You weren't there, right?
I was not there, that's correct.
All right. How many times did she admit to hitting you?
She indicated a number of times in a number of instances.
You indicated that you listened to audio recordings as part of the work you did in this case?
That's correct.
All right. I'd like to play a portion of one of those recordings. It's Plaintiff Exhibit 343. It's already in evidence. And for the record, the portion I want to play is 2 minutes 46, 246.01 to 247.20.
I said to Travis, I said to you, hey, tell Travis what just happened.
Well, you told me to do it. You told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no, tell him what just happened.
And I lied.
That you punched me in the fucking thing.
You figured it out.
And you said, no, fuck it, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about? And I watched you lie. And then
I didn't punch you, by the way. I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights been around a long time. I know. Yeah,
no, when you fucking have a close...
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you. What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you started...
You're such a baby! Grow the fuck up,
Did you start physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You're admirable.
You agree with Miss Heard that it's admirable to retreat from a fight?
Is it admirable? It is admirable to retreat from a fight.
Yeah. Anything about this tape suggest to you that it's characteristic of reactive violence?
In this instance, if true, if she said she hit him first, then that would not be reactive violence.
All right. You testified that Ms. Heard reported to you that she engaged in low levels of violence, correct?
Well, I don't think she said that. I think that was the characterization of knowing the types of minor and severe levels of violence.
Oh, okay, I got it wrong. You consider low levels of violence?
Well, I consider what the literature and the research talks about low levels of violence as opposed to severe levels of violence.
And I think you suggested that Ms. Heard sustained more severe injuries, correct?
I think I said more frequent injuries.
More frequent, but not more severe.
Well, certainly the incidents in Australia and the sexual violence and the incidents on December 15th, 2015 were quite severe.
You said you reviewed medical records in rendering your opinion.
Correct.
And you reviewed photographs.
Correct.
Now, other than the reports to her therapist, which you call medical records, right?
Yeah, I would call those medical records,
right.
Sure.
Other than the reports to her therapist, there's not a single medical record that reflects any injury to Ms. Heard, is there?
That's not correct.
No. There is not other than what doctor reflected injuries to Ms. Heard?
The note by Erin Borum, her married name, I'm not recalling her married name, indicated that she was headbutted by Mr. Depp and that she went for a concussion check and she had a busted lip and then she went to Dr. Kipper's office in order to get checked.
What? And there's a medical record other than that note that reflects it?
There's a note that she showed up at Dr. Kipper's office. There's a note in the similar 2 days that Dr. Laurel Anderson saw the 2 bruises from that same incident as well.
All right. You reviewed photographs?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to put up PX 144. It's been published to the jury briefly. I'm going to keep it up very briefly. That photograph doesn't reflect a low level of violence, does it?
Well, that reflects a severe injury, I would agree.
Yeah. Why don't we go to PX 145? That's a severe injury that ended up with Mr. Depp on a gurney, correct?
That is a severe injury, correct.
There. Is it your testimony that throwing a can of mineral spirits at your spouse is characteristic of reactive violence?
If you are running away from your spouse who is trying to hurt you, yes.
So you can throw a can of mineral spirits. What about if you throw a can of Red Bull?
Again, it depends on the incident I think that you're referring to. That was not necessarily reactive violence. That was in a state of frustration or anger.
So when you throw a can of Red Bull in a state of frustration or anger, that's not reactive violence.
No.
What about if you throw a bottle of vodka because your husband fell off the wagon? Is that reactive violence?
Are you asking me hypothetically?
I'm asking you, would that be a characteristic of reactive violence? Throw a bottle of vodka because your husband fell off the wagon.
If it's in the middle of an assault, perhaps. If it's independent of that, no.
Right. So, for instance, if your husband was just having a couple of shots at the bar.
Again, you would need more information and context to make that determination.
All right. You don't think that's a reflection of reactive violence? And you'll agree with me that when you throw the second bottle, that's not reactive violence.
If somebody's throwing multiple bottles, psychological violence and abuse is psychologically destabilizing, which destabilizes individuals' coping strategies. That is absolutely true.
Lost what's true. Is it your testimony that once you've thrown one bottle and missed, when you throw the second one, now it's reactive violence?
That's not what I'm saying. I don't think throwing bottles is acceptable in any context.
All right. I'm going to ask you about some of the testing that you did.
And just so we're clear, I just want everybody to understand, I'm not making fun of this situation. I'm not picking on Amber Heard. I don't believe her, though. I mean, I'm sure there's some half-truths sprinkled into what she's saying, but I believe she's lying. I honestly believe she's lying. There is a lot of evidence pointing towards that. I have another video. I'm not going to put it on here because it's too long. I'm gonna attach it, and I'll put it in the description so you can see it. But I'll put two video links in there. The situation in Australia, that whole event where Johnny lost the tip of his finger. I mean, that whole story. Oh my God. There's video or audio. It's an audio recording of not the whole situation, but the aftermath, and it pretty much debunks everything she said. You know, if I'm gonna attach a link to that as well, so you can hear it. But that whole spiel that she put out there, oh God, you know, she was lying. And there's proof, there's evidence of that. The only reason you're not hearing that in court is because it's not admissible, because there's other people on the audio recording. In order for it to be admissible, it has to only be Johnny and Amber. But because there's other people on there, they can't bring that into court. So the sad part is the jury is never going to hear that evidence. But the public can. You can. I'm gonna put it on there so you can hear it. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for taking the time out to watch this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you guys have a great day.